Hello again, YouTubers. 24/7 here again for Pokemon Cards 24/7. Now I thought I'd do a quick glance over here on showing you guys what my pre-release deck looked like from Dragons Exalted. As you may have seen, my last video was the 6-pack pack opening at the pre-release, showing what I all got in my 6 packs, and this is the deck that resulted. At the end I had to turn the basic energy, so I don't have those, but the deck had 10 fighting energy, 9 water energy, plus these 21 cards. If you don't know a pre-release deck, well, just a quick overview. A pre-release, they cost $25 to $27, depends on where you go. They all are at least $25 though. Once you start, you get 6 packs, and from those 6 packs you have to make a 40 card deck, not the typical 60, a 40 card deck. And then basic energies are supplied, so anything except for like special metal, special dark, stuff like that. So, and usually about half your deck will be energy, being a pre-release, and you'll run more basics than usual, not as many evolutions, because especially this set in particular, in which I got no trainers in my 6 packs, makes it very hard to find things you want. So, pretty much have to make as simple of a deck as you can and hope you draw into things that are halfway decent. And then, for my tournament, based on other people in my age group, we had 5 rounds. Whether you get first place or last place, you get the same at the end. 2 booster packs, a deck box, and a pre-release promo card. If you want to see what I got in those 2 packs and see what the deck box and promo look like, check out my fiance's channel, Penguin Chick 86. She opened up those 2 packs and showed the deck box and pre-release promo on her channel. There'll be an annotated link on the screen probably, and also in the video description box below there should be a link as well. And in your matches, instead of playing with 6 prizes, you play with 4 prizes for your 40 card deck. So that's how the pre-release works. I'm not sure if any venues give any special prizes for taking first or second or anything, but the tournament organizer doesn't have to give anything extra. They can do just the standard. So anyways, here's what I ended up with. Alomomola as my only water type. In pre-release, a lot of times I like to just pick out basics that I can actually use without going out of my way, well, especially if they have high hit points, just to like stall while I get other guys set up if need be. I think I only had Alomomola active in 1 of my 5 games today anyway. Then we got 2 of that Gibble, 2 of the other Gibble, and 1 of each Gabite. So a 4-2 Gabite line. I only got a Gabite out and active I think 1 time, and not very good anyway, 20 damage. So wasn't that great, but I didn't have too much usable stuff, so sometimes you gotta do a bit of a reach and just get things to get your deck a little bit more full without having like 5 Pokemon and 35 energies, because that wouldn't go all that well either. And then we got, I always forget if it's Buffalont or Buffalant. I call it Buffalont because, you know, he's a buff dude. Colorless, so doesn't matter what types I am running, I can use them. 100 HP and any damage from attacks is reduced by 20. So he's a really nice guy to stall with, especially in pre-release. Not saying he's awesome in standard modified play, but in pre-release format, 100 HP basic and reduces by 20 no matter what the attack is. That's pretty decent. And 60 for 3 of anything, not too terrible either. We got 1 Audino, 90 HP basic. First attack does 40 and removes all conditions from the defending Pokemon, which I wasn't doing any conditions with anybody for the most part anyway. And then Drain Slap does 60 and heals 30 from himself. So also in the pre-release format, where it's hard to do a lot of damage and get set up with something good, being able to heal 30 can be a real damper on your opponent. Then we got a 2-1 Apom Ambipom line. Never really used those. Those are pretty much just filler because they were colorless and I didn't have anything better to use really. Then we got a 1-1 Claydol line. I got the Claydol out 1 game and I basically won the game with him because I got him active. He does 60 for 3. I know it's hard to read since the reverse hell on that. And flip a coin of heads, it does plus 30, so it does a total of 90. And I think I was 3 for 3 using him and getting the heads. I know at least 1 Pokemon I knocked out was 70 HP with minus 20 resistance to fighting, so getting the heads still knocks it out. So that made that game a lot easier, getting him active. A 1-1 Marowak line. Now oddly enough, with just 1 Cubone in the deck, I had Cubone in my opening hand all 5 rounds, and he was my starting active Pokemon all 5 rounds. On the flip side though, my opponent 3 of those 5 times started off with a Pokemon that was resistant to fighting, which made it not a great starter because of that, but 70 HP for a starter when I'm not going to anticipate getting Marowak anyway. I actually got Marowak to evolve from Cubone once before being knocked out. The first round, my opponent used Peck on Cubone for 10 damage 6 turns in a row, put him to 60, and then I retreated him and started doing a lot of damage with other guys. So, I didn't lose from starting with him, even though my opponent was typically resistant. But anyways, we got one Sawk. I only used him in one game, and that was the game I lost. But I lost that one because I ran an energy short. Had I drawn an energy on the last turn of the game, what turned out being the last turn of the game, instead of a Gabite, we played it out to what happened, and I would have won the game had I drawn an energy instead of a Gabite, despite being down 4-1 at the time. And I was 3-0 record-wise at the time. That was my only loss. I finished the tournament 4-1. So, not too shabby. Not the greatest, but again, 90 HP basic. I like that in pre-release. Cryo Chop to 70, but minus 10 for each damage on him. So every time he takes a hit, it makes him a lot weaker. So he's not very good very long, basically, assuming they can hit him once. But my MVP of the day would be my 3 copies of Throw. This is the card I used the most and attacked with the most and took the most prizes with. Show a non-tolerance, it's easier. For 3 damage, for 3 energy, squeeze 40. If heads, does 20 more damage and can paralyze. Or for 4 energy, it does 70, and if I do 20 myself, it does an extra 20 for a total of 90. So even if they're resistant, I usually could smack them around pretty good. I ran a couple of those Buffalons that I showed you earlier, and despite having that ability that reduces by 20, being weak to fighting, I can use Superpower. Even without doing the extra, it would do 70 times 2, 140, subtract 20, 120, still more than 100 hit points it has, so it's still a one-hit knockout on that. And then I also had a Blend Energy, which worked out nice because it supplies a water or a fighting, or any of those other types. So no matter what Pokemon I attach this to, it worked for that Pokemon in this deck. So those 21 cards, plus again I had 10 Fighting Energy and 9 Water Energy, and I went 4-1 for the tournament, losing in round number 4 because I was basically 1 energy short. If you guys are interested in these cards, I'm not sure I'm going to sell them yet, but I'm going to put basically everything I got the pre-release onto eBay in one form or another. I'm not sure, as of when I'm recording this, if I'm going to just put everything I got into a single auction and just see what happens, or if I'm going to put like the codes separate and the hollows separate and whatever. Maybe I'll put this 21 card deck on its own. Maybe people would want it just knowing that I used it. I don't think I'm that popular or famous or anything like that, but maybe people would want to try to win that just knowing that I made the deck and used it in pre-release. I don't know, maybe some people would think that's cool. That's up to you. So maybe I'll put this 21 card deck on eBay as is and the rest on eBay and other forums. But regardless, if you're interested in any stuff that you saw me get, or you saw my fiance Penguin Chick 86 get in the 2 packs, deck box, pre-release promo included, check out my eBay store. Link is in the video description box below. The username on there is Mirno3, same as my main YouTube account. So check it out, and I should have some various auctions and or fixed price listings on there for at least the next week as of when this video is posted, because if they're auctions, they'll be at most 7 days and then they'll be done. So I'll have a link in the description box below that will go directly to Pokemon listings in my eBay store as well then. So subscribe if you haven't. You can then get email alerts for all of our future video uploads here on Pokemon Cards 24/7. Give us a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this little bit of an overview, analysis, whatever you want to call it, of my pre-release deck and how pre-releases are in general, basically. And check out TotallyGamingInforming.com, our eBay store and or Amazon store for all your Pokemon and other card and gaming needs. Just quick FYI, I have some sealed boxes in stock now on TotallyGamingInforming.com. I have sealed boxes of Triumphant, which is rotating within the next month or so, or 2 months, whatever. And I also have some steel boxes of Emerging Powers, Noble Victories, and Next Destinies all in stock. And if you like Yu-Gi-Oh!, I also have Photon Shockwave boxes in stock on the website right now for Yu-Gi-Oh! So, that'll do it for today's video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next video.